is to get you to the second idea. Because the first idea you take to the market, you learn something out of it. You talk to customers, it gives you an opportunity to talk to customers, build the product, learn something, make some mistakes, and go to the second idea. And the purpose of the second idea is you go to the third one. And this keeps going on for some time. Unless you figure out something which really sticks with people. People really want it. You figure out how to sell this. You figure out how to make it. So it takes a little while. So the first idea, most chances are it's going to fail. So most of the companies that you're going to build are going to fail for sure. Right? But that doesn't mean that you should not try. Because only by trying the first idea, you get the second one, and then the third one, and the fourth one. Right? So we can't skip the first idea and get to the second or the fourth one. Right? So what a VC is looking for, in most cases, in a very, very early stage company, which is like this, right? The really idea stage company, there's nothing on the ground at all. It's basically the founders. Right? Are these guys that you can trust? Are these the people who sound credible enough? Are these the people who are smart enough to figure something out from the first idea to the second idea to the third idea? If they start a business, if they have some money, can they do the right things? Can they learn from their mistakes? And can they fix something and find something which will really work? Right? So, at a very early stage company, the most important thing is the team. Because even, so typically as the company grows, there are other things which become more important. For example, market, how big the market is, right? How visible the idea is. And some of the other things also become more important. How cool the technology is, how creative the technology is. Can somebody else come in and take this business away? I mean, is it easy to is there less competition, let's say, right? But in an early stage, what remains is the only thing we know for sure. If I put this money on a smart set of people, they'll figure other things out, right? Because the market will change, the business model will change, the technology might change. In your business I'm talking about, not in general. The market of your business will change, the technology of your business will change, everything around it will change. But if I give the right people money to do it, and say I'm going to be there to help you, then there's a higher chance of me succeeding. Right? So all someone is looking for at a very early stage is a founding team. Right? And the way they gauge how good or bad a founding team is or the founder is not just through your pitch deck. They see it from everything that you do. The way you have built anything that you built around your business, the way you have made a pitch deck, the way you tell a story, the way you send out an email to them also, whatever you do. This is how we gauge people, right? We look at other people and we don't gauge only by saying that now because I'm talking to you, I'm going to gauge you. So you get, for example, a speaker who comes here, you're not going to gauge the speaker only when he's talking. You're also going to say कि अच्छा कैसे walk किया, किसी को रूट था किसी और के साथ क्या, मतलब मैंने देखा वहाँ कैसे बैठे थे. But you look at everything around it, right? And based on that, you are making a decision: is this a good guy or a bad guy? Is it a good speaker or a bad speaker? Is it going to helping me or not helping me? Same way, they're also looking at everything around. Whatever data points are possible, right? कि बात कैसे करते हैं? Do they sound credible? कपड़े कैसे पहनते हैं? मतलब उससे not just कपड़े कैसे पहनते हैं अच्छे हैं बुरे, but what do I sense from that? Do I think they are let's say they may be professional, maybe whatever he cares about, right? Do they sound like somebody who will figure something out, right? Are they smart people? So that's one key thing we'll keep aside. I only want to tell you that that's the most important thing that they're going to base their decision on. Right? The other thing we do have to do is also communicate our idea. Many times what happens is that we make a good product, we make a good business, but we all struggle with कैसे बनाएं कैसे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है हमने बना दिया है it's interesting people liking it and there is also time so I run a presentation with a company we work with startups and we tell these companies make investor presentation in most cases right the problem is still the same so all these founders who are quite experienced founders who have raised multiple rounds of money they still struggle with that our business is working we have many customers we are able to sell to all these customers but when you have tell this in a story to someone it's very hard to explain. And that happens with everyone. That's especially because things we are very close to. Even if we talk about ourselves, right, we find very difficult. If you talk about somebody else, it can still be easy. So things that we are very close to, it's sort of very hard to talk about it. Right? So pitch deck is nothing but a process of, because he can't come and see your business, your technology, you can't go and talk to your customer. So it becomes a good way to concise everything into one document and say, let me tell you, let me share this document with you so that you get a good sense of it. Right? It's like he sees this through this window, your entire business. Right? So this window has to be nicely made so that he can see through it very clearly. Right? So we'll get to what has to go in. What I'm not going to cover is how to design it better. Right? I know there are a lot of problems around design also, but I think the more important thing is what to communicate, then to say how to design it better. Right? I think a lot of you can figure out there is a lot of information available online about how to make a more impactful presentation. All these things are simple. Come text डालो, use graphics or visuals to communicate what you're saying. All these well-known things. It's just that हम करते नहीं हैं. तो आपको एक चार्ट ढूंढ लो, पढ़ लो, उसमें समझ में आ जाएगा. जो आप करोगे उतना ही आप करोगे, उससे ज़्यादा नहीं करोगे. So मेरे बात से ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. What I talk about is basically how to communicate your idea so that there is less clutter, ताकि कम confusion हो और ज़्यादा clarity से इस तरह पहुंच जाए. So I was thinking of a simple framework which I can explain to you guys. Let me just run this through and let's see. So if you have any questions, just feel free to ask me, right? I'll try to make it very, very simple. So one of the things that you should try to do in a deck is basically, explaining the problem itself is very hard. That someone also said, right, because they're not a TG, they're not a target group, and hence they're not going through the same pain that our customers are going through. Hence it's very hard to explain that problem to them. Right? So typically what we've seen what works well is, say this is, give this guy a name, talk a little bit about who this guy is, try to create a persona of the person and say, here is this guy, he studies in class 12, he goes to this kind of school, he comes from a small city, his parents do this, something, right? Whatever, whoever your customer is, try to explain that customer of yours, right? So just visually we'll depict that customer with, let's say, one dot. So explain the story of this guy and say this guy is sort of, for whatever reason, unhappy, right? That has to come out for only one person, right? And then once you have been able to explain that there is one guy, here is the situation, and here is why he's unhappy. And explain that there are many more people like that. He's not the only one. I'm drawing these visuals so that it becomes easy for you to remember all these things. So say there are many more people like this. Try to explain how many more people are there, whatever sense you can get. Right? See again, we'll keep going back to the idea of the founder being the most important thing. Right? So if somebody tries to tell you something and कई बार ऐसा होता है कि आपको कोई बता रहा है और आपको पता है कि इसको पता नहीं है, बस बोल रहा है, और उसके बाद हम उसकी बात पे विश्वास करना बंद कर देते हैं. तो सेम चीज यहाँ पे भी होती है. सो इफ यू ट्राइंग टू टेल टू द VCs जो वैसे भी स्मार्ट लोग हैं, उन्होंने बहुत सारी ट्रिक्स की है, बहुत सारे बिजनेस देखे हैं, तो दे आर फेयरली स्मार्ट पीपल. तो इफ यू ट्राई टू टेल देम समथिंग व्हिच जब उनको सेंस हो जाए कि यार इसको पता नहीं है, सिर्फ बोलने के लिए बोल रहा है, तो इसका मतलब आपकी गेम खराब हो रही है, राइट? कि उसके बाद आपका जो फाउंडर वाला स्कोर था वो नीचे जा रहा है, तो आपको वो कभी नहीं करना है. सो ऑलवेज इफ यू डोंट नो समथिंग, इट्स ओके टू से, राइट? Nobody knows everything in the beginning. It's fine to say that we have figured out these 5 things, but these 5 things we still don't know, right? It's okay to just know. I mean, you feel comfortable with people who tell you that I don't know these things, right? I'm not so good at this thing. You feel okay, fine. इसका मतलब जो कह रहा है जिसमें अच्छा है, तो उसमें सच में अच्छा होगा, है ना? तो you gain more confidence by saying those things. Just say those things. Be truthful, right? It's also important. Somebody is giving you $10,000. It's a huge amount of money, right? I mean, कौन किसको देता है? आपके पेरेंट्स भी नहीं देते हैं आपको, है ना? Unless they start trusting you. So it's very important somebody trusts you deeply. It's somebody's hard-earned money, $10,000, right? So you have to show that how many more people are there. Again, if you don't have to go by some, you don't have to create some fancy number around this. I mean, sometimes if I talk about story of a 12th class student studying in a tier 2 city, something like that, I have good sense that there are many more students like this. I don't have to really explain that, right? Nobody doubts that there are thousands of students out there in tier 2 cities studying in 12th class. Right? There are many. That's fine. So if you can find data about how many schools are there, good. How many average number of students might be there in every class, good. That's all good. If you can't, that's fine. But know what is to be found and what you don't know. And tell that I don't know this. But I think this large number of 12th class students, if you want, I can go and try to figure that out. Right? But I thought that is not the most important thing. There are many students and we're still testing our product. So we not spend time on doing those things. That's fine. So, but sure, there are a large number of people who are facing the same problem. So we spoke about the problem. Now this is a sort of, in technical terms, this is the market. This is your market, right? All the people who have the same problem. Right? Then you can go and explain why they have the problem. There is something in the back end, something they're doing, which is currently not working well, something which is wrong in the world, something that can be improved. This is something which is a. So this is actually, or let's say, not really. This is a problem. Okay, let's scroll it down. It's permanent marker. Okay, this problem will remain here forever. So actually, this is a pain of the consumer, right? The pain that he's facing. The real problem is this. So this is the one, this is the thing that is causing problem, unhappiness to a lot of these people. You have to discover what is that thing. See, one of the important things about the whole process of making a deck is that it forces you to think through. Right? It is not only for the investor. See, ultimately, the business outcome. Some people will get funding, some people will not get funding. Some people will get funding from somewhere else. Right? Ultimately, today or tomorrow at some point in life, you want to run the business. Right? So the business is yours first. You have the larger equity in the business. The investor has a small stake of your business. Right? So it's more important for you to know whether this business will run or not than for the investor to know whether this business will run. Right? He's only giving $10,000 in a way. You are the one who's spending many days and weeks and months and hours of yours in doing this, right? So it's very important that you know, you have good clarity about why this idea will work. We can all try to convince our friends, but it's not very helpful if we do not believe in our heart that this will work. So the process of making a deck kind of helps you think through this gaps in your thinking and say, अच्छा ये problem है, ये चीज हमारे business की weak है, right? So there is a market who's facing some problem of pain which is being caused by something which is wrong right now, right? And this is you're saying I'm offering a better one. This is the solution, right? You're saying we're changing this will change, and hence the problem will go away. So from being unhappy, they'll become like super happy, right? That's the idea, right? So you want to make, there are some set of people who want to make from unhappy to happy, right? So the first thing is they should be convinced about that there are some people who are facing this problem and they are unhappy enough, and you are pointing to the right problem, that this is causing the problem. And if you are offering a better solution, then this should be second thing they should be convinced about is that your solution that you are offering can actually make these people happy, right? So this is the sort of one phase of your pitch. Now the second thing remains is that to make these people happy, we still have to move these people here. They have to start doing the things in a new way. Acceptability of the idea, somebody said earlier, right? Would people accept this new way of doing things? And many times this is also the problem. Many companies create a good solution, but people don't want to change. Right? Many of us are set in our own ways. We have our own behavior, and we don't want to change, no matter what. Even if we find a better solution, we don't want to change. And there are many reasons for that. It could be sometimes that it is costing another 10 rupees extra. I don't want to do it. Or it could be that I'm just used to doing this. Or it could be that all my friends are on this WhatsApp. I can't move to WeChat, right? There could be many reasons for doing this. So, but ultimately for a business to win, for your business to win, the market that you set has to move here. Right? So that's where you sort of introduce your value proposition. Right? Why would people move to your solution? What is your value proposition? So now you have to think about also for your idea that what is really the value proposition? Why would people, if you put yourself into the shoes of that black dot, right? And if you are going through the same problem, what will it take for you to start doing things in a new way? Why would you do it? Right? You have to understand that what is the value proposition. So you have to explain the value proposition of that. So in this value proposition, you will cover everything about, maybe what is the cost, benefit, how much is paying right now for this solution, how much you pay for this solution, and it could be, what behavior changes is required to change to this. So they have to be able to see, they have to be able to visualize and understand and agree that यार अगर ये नया वाला solution देंगे तो लोग shift मार जाएंगे. It's easy, right? If they have questions about it, they might ask you more questions and say, yeah, I don't think people will change. So, you give example, let's say, for example, WeChat and WhatsApp is a good example. So, if WeChat, I think it's already there though, but let's say any other new application like WhatsApp also comes in, most of us would not shift. So currently WhatsApp is free. Let's say even if they offer 50 rupees a month to something, some people start shifting maybe, and because of 50 rupees, and most people still not shift, right? So there has to be a what is the customer giving and what is he getting, right? Is the value proposition strong enough for him to do it? Another way to look at it is that let's plot the problem, the pain of the customer on a scale of 1 to 10, right? And also plot the pain in this new solution. There is some pain, right? It could be 0, it's still a pain. So we're saying let's plot the pain of the customer in this case and in this case. So there's a very beautiful theory by there was this company called Free Charge, and the founder of the company, Kunal Shah, he had a very beautiful theory called delta flow. Right? So let's do a quick run of that, and you will understand what delta flow is, and you can go and Google and find the theory and read about it. It's very simple. It sounds like theory. It's not theory. It's very simple to understand. So let's say before Uber and Ola, or let's say today also without Uber and Ola, if you have to order a cab on a scale of 10, 10 being very happy and 0 being very unhappy, what will you rate your experience of ordering a cab without using Uber or Ola? Anybody, just raise a hand, just keep the number. 4, somebody said 4 or 2, okay. Right? Okay, 2, 4, something like that, right? Now let's say with Uber Ola, can you rate the same thing? What is your 8? Okay, nice. What else? 6, 7, 8, right? Something like that for all of us. What you see is there is a delta of more than 4 between how it was earlier and how it is now, right? Or let's say, let's take another example of buying clothes online, right? So what is the experience of going to the shop and buying clothes? How would you rate? Just throw your number. Everybody's number can be different. Just give a number. 8, okay. 9, yeah. 7, fine. Okay, and now rate the experience of going to Myntra, and on a scale of 10, what is your experience? 4, 5, 0, 6. See, basically now you see, so actually delta is negative here, right? And that's the reason you see not many people are going and buying a Myntra and all for clothes, right? It's more comfortable and better experience to go to a shop and buy, and that is the reason they're offering a lot of discounts. We buy still, all of us who are rating negative also, we're still buying online because there's a lot of discounts. By giving discount, they are sort of making an artificial delta, right? So you can do this, and this is a simple check, right? You didn't have to do any deep research to do this. You could do this. You can do this for your idea also. You can say what is the rating for the pain, for current pain being faced by the customer, and what is the pain with my solution, right? If the delta is 4, it's a good theory for yourself to check whether my idea is strong enough. Do people like it? This theory says, Kunal says basically that if the delta is 4, people move easily to this new solution. If the delta is less than 4, it's very, very hard to make people move, right? It's a very simple thing. That's all there is to this theory, right? So you can do this simple check for yourself, and you can also show this to the VCs, right? Now, we know fundamentally that they can move. You have to show how they will move, what is the cost of that. So, let's say we are able to move people here, or people are able to move. But the other challenge is, there might be other solutions offering the similar thing. So you are unhappy, and we will make you happy. There are other companies which are competitors, right? If people are happy to move to your solution, they might be happy to move to their solution also, right? Now, what is your chances of making people move to your solution versus somebody else's, right? That is how you have to compare against why are we better than the competition, right? To show them things, to tell them that how are we better than the competition from the customer point of view. You can again do a simple exercise for yourself. The same thing. Let's say, what is the rating for this guy on a scale of 10? What is the rating of this guy? And you have to have a sense. See, you might not get an answer of why. You get an answer first that how do you think somebody will move there or not, right? Once you know that somebody will move, and let's say if you are being true to yourself, if let's say your rating is coming out to be 7 for yourself, let's say hypothetically, let's say this was 2 and yours was 7, and somebody else's was let's say 9 and this was 8. Now you would know that there is something better in those solutions, right? And now you can try to figure out what is the better. What makes me feel that this is 9 while this is 8, 7, right? And you can maybe improve your solution around it. And in case you feel that this is 6 or 5 or whatever, then you will still know that what makes you feel. If you ask yourself questions about what makes you feel that this solution is 6 while mine is 7, ultimately you can come to something very objective and say that, मुझे लगता है कि इनके solution में ये चीज़ है, that's why people will not like it so much, while our solution offers this, and hence people like it this much, right? So it answers the questions around the competition. Now, other thing which also has to happen is that, fine, आपने लोगों की problem तो solve कर दी, आपने उनको happy बना दिया, you have also beaten the competition. Now, but is this sustainable for you to do this thing? I can't keep paying 50 rupees to every WhatsApp user to say, मेरे WhatsApp पे आ जाओ, मैंने नया WhatsApp बनाया है, right? There has to be some way that I can make money out of doing the whole thing. That's the purpose of the business, right? So I have to explain what is it's called business model, right? How do I make money? How do I run this business? So that if these people are using my solution, you have to explain how much money do you charge from these people. Sort of, you can call it business model. You can explain how much money you charge for moving people here. Okay. And so we covered the problem and solution. Somebody understands the concept. Say, okay, it seems like this is a good problem to solve. There's a large market for the problem. I like the solution, your approach to solving this problem. And I also like your idea that why would people move here? Why would they not move to the competition? I can also see now that how do you make money by moving people here? This seems like a good profitable business to be there. Now the last part of the pitch is about how much of this has been done and how much is still to be done, right? Let's say you can think of dividing your business into a series of milestones. Think of this way. And some things you might have done already. And some things are already in the process. And some are yet to be done, right? You have to give this view of the business that if I break down my business into series of milestones, it could be, let's say, we have built a product, that could be one milestone, or we have built one version of the product. We have also spoken to 100 customers, and we have also gotten 2 customers who are paying us money. This could be all important milestones, right? Because everything that we do, it sort of tests our product, it tests our business also. Right? So you can give things that you have already done, list of all the things that you've done, what has been your focus till date? What things have you already achieved? Right? And what things you want to achieve now, next, for which you need money? Right? Now you should be able to see what are the things that you want to do. Now maybe you want to say, and from these 100 people that we've spoken to, many of these people are ready to take the product, buy the product, but we have to, our product is not stable enough. We have to make a better version of this product, and making this better version of the product will cost us this much. Right? Or it might be that we have already done to this, sold the product to 100 people. Now to sell to this 1,000 people, we have to do a little marketing. To take this product to many of the people, we need this money. Right? Or it could be that we figured out our first product doesn't really work, and we have to now, but we know now what will work, and this is what will work, but to build this, we need money. Right? Whatever is the reason, what are the next few milestones, important milestones, that money can help you achieve. Right? I mean, otherwise, why would I give you money? If your business is okay, it's running, it's all good, and you can continue to do it, then why take my money? Right? There has to be a reason that I give you money, and you use this for the business. Right? So if you simply explain those things, what are those things that you have already done, and what are things that you still plan to do? Right? And I think that's all there is to the pitch. There's nothing else. If you explain these things, people understand what you're doing. Of course, it's not so easy. I mean, for every idea, it's very fairly complex. You have to do a lot of thinking, brainstorming, then articulation. आपको लगता है कि आपको समझ में आ गया because आपका idea है, but समझ में नहीं आता कई बार. But this kind of flow sort of kind of helps people understand that this makes sense or not. Right? I'm just thinking what else we should cover. Any questions till now or anything else you might have in mind? Or even, I mean, do you need anything else from me right now on this one? Something was not clear, something was clear, something understood. Anything, I mean, anything you want to speak about? Feel free.
Because
Yeah.
a month or 2 months down the line, you will actually be making this business plan for your own business. So, what I was asking, in case you have any questions, if you are thinking of something, please ask him. He's here.
I mean, did this help in any way?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, just gestly asking about that, but okay, I hope so. Right? So, any question? Yeah, sure, go ahead.
So like we were rating Myntra and the business for clothing on the basis of clothing, but sir, if it is not only for clothing, we took it like Amazon if we choose, and we see it as electronic things. So more people are buying approximately from Amazon than buying it from the stores. So the rating would change accordingly.
Of course. So that's why, I mean, I'm saying for fashion, that's a rating. For electronics, the rating will be different, right?
So sir, the companies would, why the company is not like, they are equally managing the fashion thing and the
But they're offering a lot more
electronics
discounts on fashion versus they offer on electronics. There are not so many discounts on electronics as there are on fashion, right?
No, sir. Like the question was like how the people are more towards electronic things on the Amazon thing, whereas for clothing we are choosing it because we can feel the quality of the clothes. Whereas if we go to for example, we take headphones. So in the stores we can check the sound, music, but whereas in the same thing is
you can't do that online.
Yeah. So
But
why are
buying
people
online?
buying on Amazon?
Why didn't you ask yourself, why do you buy? Have you bought something online like that?
I prefer to buy it like if I am getting it for 600 on Amazon, whereas I am getting it of 800 on the store, I would buy it from the store because it would be like I am getting I am satisfied before buying it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I have
You say-
like my whole time is wasted because I have to return the product if I don't like it. So the time wastage is more.
Seriously, what you're saying is maybe there are two parts, right? One is to decide what to buy, which can be a specific model of headphone. And second, then deciding where to buy it from. Right? Then the way to buy it from is mostly largely price. Second is convenience. And third is how do I return this and all those issues, right? But largely price. कि 200 रुपये बचते हैं, तो जहाँ वहाँ स्पेशल जाके स्कूटर पे अलग से भी खरीद लेंगे. The first thing is about which model, which headphones to buy. There, I think a lot of things help. That's why they have a lot of reviews online. Second is many times.
But sir, in today, like there are many fake reviews. The companies are buying the reviews to get
But many
the
people
products.
trust it. I mean, I see a lot of us will trust See, I think I trust, for example, Amazon के most of the reviews because it's my own experience that when I buy something which is highly rated on Amazon, it kind of turns out good, right?
Yeah, so but like today on the internet there are many freelancer websites which are providing money to give reviews on these things.
Yeah. See, that's a problem Amazon will solve. Amazon will realize that thousands of people are buying things. If you buy something which is highly rated, but you have a bad experience, next time you're not going to trust the reviews so much. One more time this happens, you're never going to trust the reviews. Right? And Amazon knows this, and they would not do that. But this problem is typically you'll find in the younger companies, right? I mean, it becomes very hard to get reviews, for people to review things. Amazon has figured out their own ways to get people's review. But where this doesn't happen, people pay money and get it done. But there the customers will realize very soon that the reviews was fake, right? And anyways, for Amazon and Flipkart reviews also, I think it has taken for all of us some time to start trusting those reviews. Initially, none of us trust. I mean, we all feel like खुद से बैठे किसी employee ने वहाँ पे लिख दिया होगा उसमें, है ना? We all feel that, and we still feel that. But we still feel that जिसकी rating high है, वो product ठीक जाती है. That I think helps us make up our mind.
So I know what the problem is, I know what the target audience is, and I've also calculated the stuff that is like 7 and the like I've calculated the gap. Okay? So but still, how do I convince the people, like why will they change? Why will they shift even if I have improved myself? But how will I convince them to change? That's like, we know like we come to the, like we can talk to the audience, we can do various of acts and stuff to get to the audience, but why will they change? Why will they compromise something that they've already relied on, like what they've been using for so long? Like if I've been using Google for so long, so why will I come to something like Alexa or something like something else, like something big or something?
Did you start buying something on Amazon? But have you ever bought?
Yes, sir.
Before that, were you buying in shops?
Yes,
Did you move some of your purchases from shops to Amazon?
Yes.
Why did you move?
Because of ease of access.
Same thing, right? So it's a convenience that you found, and we all, I mean, Uber, we all started using. Before that, many of us were not even using taxis at all. Many of us are using taxi, we're calling Just Dad and asking the taxi with a number and coordinating with it. It's so easy to use on Uber, right? And we moved. So SMS says we all moved to WhatsApp. Right? It is so easy and it's so better. We can send images, we can send audio, video files, everything we can send. So whenever we see something better, people shift. It has to be better enough, right, for people to make the shift. And that's what we are saying, delta 4. If there's delta 4, it's thumb rule. Right? If there's a delta 4, people will shift. And you have to also see in a larger audience, you also have to find some people to begin with. Any problem, the problem that you mentioned there, for your idea, for anything, any problem will be, the rating will differ for different people. For example, let's say there's a business which is offering 10th K, some पुराने board exam के कुछ तो answers, or maybe all the people who have got like 99% plus, right, उनके सबके answers of what answers did they write, right? Now this problem might be higher for people who are studying in 10th, might be not so high for people who are studying in 9th. They still like it, but not as much as people in 10th because they're very close to the board exams, right? So what you have to do is you have to identify an audience for whom the problem is much, much bigger. Because in the early days of any business, we need very small number of customers. We don't need many, right? Idea is to prove the idea, right? To make the idea better. And we need only a few people. We don't need large market for that actually. See, initial days when nobody cares so much about large market because all this is very fluid. This will change. Only thing is that the premise is that if there are some people who have a problem, there will be many others who will have a problem. Right? There will be a small set of people, define those people very, very well, and say people who are studying in these schools in class 10th and who are scoring less than 50% marks in their pre-board exams, they are the audience. उनके लिए problem बहुत बड़ा है. Right? So those are the only people who are going up there to begin with. Later, we can also cater to people who are scoring 60%, 70%, 80% also. Right? Any other questions? Anything, any doubts? It's always scary when there are no questions. Either people are not understood, or they have understood everything. But don't feel shy about asking questions. I mean, if there's anything, no question is dumb question. Anything that comes to your mind, right? Just feel free to ask. Yeah, go ahead.
What exactly is the pitch deck?
Oh, sorry. So investor deck. इन्वेस्टर को प्रेजेंटेशन देने के लिए एक डेक बनाते हैं, प्रेजेंटेशन बनाते हैं. उस प्रेजेंटेशन के मल्टीपल नाम हैं. इन्वेस्टर प्रेजेंटेशन बोल सकते हैं, पिच डेक बोल सकते हैं. But just a presentation, nothing else.
Would you like to elaborate what the presentation usually has in a couple of sentences so that we get an idea?
What all things it has?
Usually a presentation.
So typically presentation has these things only. You will find if you start when the time comes for you to prepare a presentation, you go online and search for templates and all. You'll find all these standard things: problem, solution, market, USP, competition, right? So my suggestion is don't start looking at the templates right away. Think about, for example, something like this, and try to just build out your model and say what is the problem, who is the customer, why is he unhappy, how much unhappy he is, what is the real reason behind his unhappiness, what is wrong in the world today, and what are you changing, offering in, instead of that, what are you replacing and changing something new, and how much happy you can make someone, right? Quantify it. What number do you put in that, and do you really feel that people will move from current way of doing things, even if they are unhappy, with new way of doing things? If you offer enough happiness, they will move, right? And what is the cost that you pay to become this newer happy, right? The shift. So we all pay maybe higher for Uber and Ola, or maybe for now they're discounting and it's lower. But maybe somebody who's traveling in a bus or an auto, some of those people also move to Uber and pay higher per kilometer. They're moving because they're happy enough, right, with that cost. If the cost increases, let's say doubles, from 10 rupees per kilometer to 20 rupees, many of these happy people will switch back also and say, I'm not happy enough in this, right, at this cost. So it's based on what you're taking from me, based on that how much happy I am. So, and then how many people are there, right? They talk about, how am I better than my competition? What makes, sometimes it's not just about really trying to prove that how better I am. See, many of these things that we cover here, right, is again, the investors don't really care so much about what is the problem really, or what is the solution really, or how better you are than the competition. What they actually care about is that with how much of conviction are you saying that, with how much clarity are you saying that, how much research have you done before being able to say that. So, because that is more important for me, right? How credible you are, how trustworthy you are, can I give my money to you, and will you build something out of this, right? If I see a guy who has not done any research at all, who has just sat in his room, made up an idea, and sort of made a beautiful looking pitch, right? I'll figure it out. Okay? And I'll say that I don't want to give you money because you're not a guy who will go out and try something. Have you spoken to 10 customers who you think have the pain? How do you, on what basis are you able to say that they actually have the pain? Maybe have you recorded some videos, have you taken some testimonials from some of these people? Have you offered them something, a better way of doing it? Have you taken some video or a testimonial which proves that they are happy to shift, right? What tells you they're happy? So basically the more research that you do, I don't want to call it research really, I want to say how deeply you do things, right? क्या आप सच में सोच के कर रहे हो ये ऐसे हवा में चल रहा है कुछ, right? अगर आप सच में, if you think about this, it's your business, right? At the side of here. अगर अपने business के लिए तो आप सोच के करोगे ना सब कुछ. If you are not worried about competition, then there is a reason that you're not worried. Maybe you actually feel that you're better than the competition. If you are not worried about how much money you're making and you're making decent, it's not loss making, then that's fine. That if it's making you sleep at night comfortably, that means आपका business में ठीक से पैसे कमा रहे हो, right? जितना खर्चा हुआ है उससे ज़्यादा पैसे कमा पा रहे हो. So business is yours first. So it's secondary, it's for investor, right? Yeah.
So like when we are making a presentation for the venture capital or anyone who's thinking to invest into it, so how should we make the presentation? As in, should it be more of text, less of visuals, or more of visuals, less of text, or more of us convincing the people and less of the slides? Like, what should all be covered in a business? That the business is totally connected. The business is reaching out to the person who is listening to it, or who is watching the presentation, or anything.
So, how much time these guys will have when they pitch? Do you have a sense of that? How long is the pitch?
10 minutes.
15 minutes is what 15 minutes है.
See, one of the objective is that आपको सब कुछ नहीं देना है. जैसे मूवी का ट्रेलर आता है ना टीवी पे, ट्रेलर में आपको पूरी कहानी नहीं बताते हैं, पर इतना बताते हैं कि आप मूवी की टिकट खरीद के थिएटर में पहुंच जाओ. पिच में नहीं करना है. You don't have to give out everything, right? But उतना देना है कि मुझे this looks interesting. Can you tell me more about it? Right? So you can say, okay, we'll have another meeting and I'll run it through what we have done. Okay? So if you only give those things which are like a trailer, okay? So that they leak in and say, oh, this looks interesting. Can I know more about this? Right? Or how did you do it? When they start asking questions, which means they're interested. It's a good thing. So it's again subjective how to figure out what is part of trailer, what is part of movie. But I think as you keep doing it, it's figure it out. What is the other question?
Should it be more
Visuals or text, right? See, ultimately सबको पता है it should be more visuals, right? वो लेकिन करना मुश्किल लगता है सबको. Seems very difficult to do. I would suggest do one thing. Just make a deck. Make it as text heavy as you want, right? Put everything that you want to do. उसके बाद make one more deck. This is a deck for you to refer to. Now make this deck. इसमें सिर्फ visuals हैं, कुछ नहीं. बहुत कम text है. You can put like one image or one visual, some icon with a little text, right? Not much, like small phrases, like 2-3 words, a small title like 1 line or 2 lines maximum, right? And use this one. Just know that what all do you want to talk about when you are on this slide, but don't put everything on the slide because what happens if I write about text there, you will become busy in trying to read what I've written there, right? And you will not listen to me. So when you're sending over email, then it's fine. You can have a lot of text, right? But in that presentation. But when you're presenting, it should be very minimal text, right? Because otherwise you'll get distracted. Right? But all of this comes. It's not easy. So try your best. What happens is good. Right? Most important thing is अगर मुझे लगता है अगर आप सच में credible हो, trustworthy हो, आप अच्छे founder हो, तो वो दिख जाएगा. खराब presentation दिख जाएगा, अच्छे में दिख जाएगा. So don't focus too much energy on being a better presentation, but on being actually more thought through about whatever you're building. A guy, somebody who can trust, right? Anything else? Yeah?
So how do you show that you are trustworthy?
It just comes out, right? आप बात करते हो उससे आपको सेंस मिल जाती है. जितने लोगों से ज़्यादा बात करते हैं उसको जल्दी सेंस मिल जाती है. तो बीचेस have gone through so many pitches. आप थोड़ा बात करेंगे उससे समझ में आ जाएगा आपको. I think I like this guy. And when you talk and when I ask you more questions, the way you answer those questions, how prepared were you with those answers, will all tell you that how trustworthy you are. Because if I ask you a question and you never have an answer, every time I ask you a question, you say that I haven't thought about this one. I don't know about this one. Right? I think maybe इसको जितना बनाए इतना आता है इसकी तरह कुछ नहीं आता है. Right? Or if you even if you say that, oh, this is an interesting question, I don't know about this one. I'll do my research and come back to you on this one. Right? It's still a better answer than saying that I don't know. Right? But there is something that you should know also. There is something that you had. When he asks a question, you can think and say, okay, I think this is how we will do it. This is how I think we are better than the competition. This is how we think we do it. Or maybe, I don't know. I'll go and figure it out. That's the important part. Right? So that's how the trust builds by the way you do things. Yeah.
So if the already existing solution has like already the rating of 7 and we are providing something like 9 rating, so how will we get the market to shift over to our product?
So it will be very hard. Then you should not do that. So basically it happens with many of us. I mean, you can laugh that कैसा होगा ऐसा होगा, लेकिन it's a good question because you know many of us actually end up building businesses जहाँ पर इतनी problem नहीं है, right? And sort of this thumb rule allows us to quickly test it, right? But बहुत सारे business ऐसे ही होते हैं जो अभी 7 पे है and हम 9 ऑफर कर रहे हैं, right? So see एक स्टार्टअप के लिए बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स हैं. आप जितनी कम प्रॉब्लम्स होंगे आपके बिजनेस में उतने सक्सेस के चांसेस ज़्यादा होंगे. If you're going for a 7 business already, trying to make it 9, it's going to be uphill battle. Can you find something else जहाँ पर people have a 4 problem or a 5 problem and then make it 9, right? ये भी हो सकता है कि same product में, same market में, there is a different audience who has the same problem but has intensity is much bigger. For them it's just maybe 4. right? And then you can offer 9. So it doesn't work for everyone, but it will work for some people, right?